my body just knows what to do before my mind has to think about it.
I want to become the most elite driller in the nation.
That's definitely an extra edge. You know, we got to get out here, we got to do our thing.
Perfection is our standard. It's nothing we aspire to be, it's what we are.
Precision, perfection, performance. It's more than a mantra, more than a state of mind for the members of the elite drill units of our military services. To them, it's everything. All of the U.S. military service branches maintain ceremonial drill units. For all, the goal is pretty much the same, to reflect the values their services represent: duty, honor, teamwork, and discipline. And if you ask those in uniform who accept the challenge, the best way to promote those values is drill. They move in tight formation, without voice commands, each motion timed to the second. It's a very carefully choreographed sequence of maneuvers, complex weapon exchanges, exact stops, and turns. This is ceremonial drill, and they are the United States Air Force Honor Guard drill team. Their mission, their message is the Air Force.
Like in all Air Force missions, the drill team executes every movement with flawless timing and exacting precision.
Flawless timing and exacting precision. For these service members in dress blue, it's their duty. It isn't just part of the drill, it is the drill. To represent their military service branch with a full-on, revved-up close-order formation. Rifles soaring through the air. An 11-pound M1 Garand, tipped with a polished steel bayonet, flying just inches from the body of a fellow airman. And if it looks dangerous, it is.
Watch the weapons rotate at over a speed of over 40 miles an hour, mere inches from their bodies.
On this day in December 2008, they perform at their final venue of the year, the National Air and Space Museum Udvar Hazy Center near Washington, D.C. It's just one of more than 100 performances for the team throughout the year. 16 members of the team typically perform the standard 18-minute precision drill routine. And for the 2008 season, that meant nearly 180 days of traveling and performing, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. But before they can do it out here, they've got to do it here. 0700, and time for yet another drill practice for the team at Bolling Air Force Base in Washington, D.C.
So, 1, 2, 3, out!
According to Webster's online dictionary, to drill means to teach and to learn by repetition. And there's no shortage of repetition here.
For some folks, they're constantly perfecting just individual moves. Basically, you're just working that stuff your whole time here. You're trying to get perfect because there's always something you can fix, always.
One time. It's really about, self-motivation, and if you are willing to put in the hard work, the long nights, the excruciating days in order to be this, in order to have the title, of the United States Air Force Honor Guard drill team member.
That's brand new. Woo! I like it.
The drill team's 28 members are drawn from more than 200 personnel who've already been selected to serve with the Air Force Honor Guard unit at Bolling. They serve a minimum of 2 years in order to maintain the high-caliber look and proficiency level of the drill. Air Force drill is open to men and women, and while no women are currently serving with the team, several have served in the past. All come to the team only after a grueling 4 to 6 week training course and the approval of Honor Guard leadership.
First day, it was 8 hours of PT, nonstop. We were dragging ourselves through puddles of sweat. That's just the first day. We didn't touch weapons for an entire week. It was like that every day.
Airman First Class Hunter Overton is one of 10 new to the team in 2008 and staying on for 2009. After serving in other Honor Guard units, he was eager for another challenge.
The only place to go left is drill team because they're at the very top. They are the best of the best.
For Airman Overton and his teammates, making the grade in drill means knowing all the moves and the look of the drill, that is, the game face.
You want to see it? All right, it goes. All the way through the entire drill. No looking around, no laughing.
Veterans and newcomers learn quickly that knowing the drill first means knowing the weapon.
When you're introduced to the weapon, you learn like the balance points, you learn where the blades are, you learn what each part's called, and you learn how it works.
Once they master the weapon, they must master the moves, and by memory. There's no written manual. All the moves are passed on from driller to driller, and no move is more critical or potentially more risky than the rifle spin. It requires a set of hand motions that each driller must execute within their own safe zone, only inches from another driller, with little room for error.
You gotta watch out for that bayonet, which is very sharp. Really just focus on the weapon and nothing else but the weapon, and making sure that everybody's in the right place. Make sure you're not gonna cut anybody. Happens a lot.
I really place a lot of trust in those individuals because I'm one of the ones that put them there.
All of the team look to leadership on drill from Master Sergeant Stephen West. He's the drill team flight chief, making sure everyone in the drill is ready to hit their mark.
Each person has a position. You have spots 1 through 16. Some people know several spots. It's a lot of counting also, so a lot of numbers. If you miss your count, then you may not want to go out there.
We're going to be drilling on the south end of the Blackbird.
For Master Sergeant West, leading, training, and mentoring all have a critical purpose in the success of drill.
You know, if they want to make it to the performance, let them know that they need to leave, depending on where they live, you know, ahead of time.
We try to get super involved with our airmen here because the drill is so dangerous, and you have to put whatever you have going on in your life aside if you're planning on, you know, putting out a perfect drill.
Putting out a perfect drill? It's pretty much the driving force from driller to driller. For 60 years, that's been their message to every audience as ambassadors in blue. They began as the ceremonial detachment of an Air Force police squadron. 6 decades later, they uphold a tradition to personify the integrity and team spirit of the Air Force.
Please direct your attention to Master Sergeant West as he attempts to march up and back through the narrow gauntlet of spinning weapons. Give it up for the Air Force Drill
Team! The drive to be perfect is the same for all drillers, including the first-time performer.
My heart was beating, my hand was a little shaky. Everything was going through my mind. Just from not letting that weapon drop, just keeping everything focused on my steps, and all the training kicked in, and then after that I was autopilot.
Little things that we press for everybody to get right. That's the kind of stuff that's going through your head out there. You just want to make sure you look like everybody else.